I want to go over the parts. We got the AMD Ryzen 7800X 3D. We got a Samsung 970 EVO Plus NVMe 1 terabyte. We got some G.Skill Trident Z5 RGB RAM. We have a ZOTAC RTX 4070 Ti. Now I do want to make a note about this thing. The unboxing experience with this graphics card is pretty cool. It does feel, it has that like Asus premium type of unboxing, and it does come with an RGB connector for the actual graphics card. We have an MSI B650 motherboard. I like this mostly just due to aesthetics. However, most B650s are fairly similar as far as like performance goes. And then we also have the new Lian Li AIO cooler. Now we also have a Be Quiet power supply. This isn't, I'm pretty sure this is 850 watt power supply. Yeah, HYTE Y60 case. Forgot to say to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment.
I hate saying it just as much as you probably hate me saying it, but if I do not say it, like 1% of you will actually do it.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. What do I like about this PC? What do I dislike about the PC? I'm going to talk about the thing I don't like first, okay? And it's not that it's bad, it's not that it's not good or whatever. It is because it is a pain to set up. And that, my friends, is the Lian Li 360mm AIO that we used in this thing. If you think the NZXT Kraken has a lot of wires, ooh, you're in for a rude awakening. If you think the Asus 360mm AIO has a lot of wires, again, you are in for a extremely rude awakening. They overcomplicated this AIO. Now, look-wise, it's beautiful. And there are a lot of things that you can do with the actual AIO. There's a lot of customization. So yes, I'm fully aware that you do not need to use every single wire that this thing comes with. But there's a problem. At least mine did not come with a manual. So there's a little slot on this side with like 4 wires that I did not even need. But I set them up anyways and realized, okay, I do not need these now. So other than that, that's really the only thing that I do not like about this computer. The graphics card looks fine. The ZOTAC graphics card and the Galax graphics card are the best graphics cards to get for this case. I personally prefer the Galax RTX 4070 and the Galax RTX 4070 Ti because all 3 fans do have RGB on them, and it looks very, very, very cool in this case. The reason that I like the ZOTAC for number 2 is because it does have a very big RGB logo on it. Now, ZOTAC has come a long ways. You know, they once upon a time they had quality control just like Gigabyte did. And now the only graphics card company that has quality control issues is not Pony, but PNY. I don't know what PNY stands for. It seems like that's the only company out there now that has problems. The 7800X 3D is an incredible gaming CPU. If it is not obvious, we're getting about, so our max FPS is 240, our average FPS is about 200, and then our minimum is 148 FPS. And it does run pretty warm. It's a warm CPU. I'm gonna find my mouse here because it doesn't show up. So the CPU is running about 60 Celsius right now, 56, 54, 49, or 51. So it is a warm CPU, and of course it crashes. Well, there you go. You saw the benchmarks. Now we're going to go ahead and run a 4K benchmark as I talk about the other stuff in this computer. So, should we run an 8K? What about? Yeah, no, let's just stick to 4K. Now, I'm pretty sure none of you have an 8K monitor. Make sure I don't have full screen. So, I'm going to go ahead and run this. G.Skill, this is my favorite RAM right now because we made the black computer that we built the other day in the black Lian Li case with the 14900 and the 4080 Super. So something very cool about G.Skill RAM is they dedicate their RAM to either Intel or AMD. Like you can purchase an Intel set of RAM and then you can purchase a AMD set of RAM. Now, why is this a big deal? So there's probably something that you guys have heard of in normal markets called universal products. You have a universal phone case. You have a universal GPU mount. You have a universal case. You have a universal whatever, okay? And because it's universal and it fits and works with pretty much everything, it's not that good. Like if I get a universal S24 case as an example, or S24 Ultra case as an example, it's not going to fit as good as a phone case dedicated for the S24 Ultra. And that's where I'm getting at with this memory. So the reason that that's a big deal is because it offers very, 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 very stable XMP profiles for memory. And this includes people like myself with 4 sticks of it. So I upgraded to 128 gigabytes of DDR5 in my computer with 4 32 gigabyte sticks in my PC. And that was because I noticed I was able to not only get, let's say 7,000 meg, or let's just use 6,000 to play it safe with what I'm about to say here. So let's say I have a 6,000 set of RAM. Dude, you can go way past what it's actually telling you. So, but let me be quiet. It's an amazing case. It's very quiet. I'm actually a little bit concerned at how quiet that is. What are the temps right now? So we got 60 or 59. I don't want it to crash again. So the 4K benchmark so far, we got minimum, average, maximum. So our maximum FPS is 115. Our average FPS is 96 or 95.7. And then our minimum FPS is 81.4. And we are still thermal wise 59 Celsius. I really wish that it wouldn't pause because I really want to click this so I can show you. I'm just hovering my mouse over it right now. But overall, man, other than that, MSI at least from my opinion, there is one motherboard from MSI that I do run into problems. Okay, there we go. So there's the benchmarks, as you can see right there. We got 50. It's going down now. It was about 60, but that's pretty good when we're running a benchmark. So, I forget what I was going to say now. Oh, the MSI motherboard. I actually have a video going over how you can fix this as well. It's a BIOS problem. The top PCIe slot on the MSI Z790 Pro. It's worded really weird. So the MSI Pro Z790A DDR5 version has 2 problems with the original BIOS that these motherboards released with, which yes, I know, quality control, quote unquote. This is the only motherboard from MSI that I've had an issue with, and the other ones are incredible. They dominate Asus, they dominate NZXT, they dominate Gigabyte. They did a very good job with the 12th, 13th, and 14th generation CPUs from Intel, and then also for the new Ryzen CPUs like the 7800X or 7800X 3D. So the way you resolve, you just update the BIOS because the top PCIe slot does not work. You're going to get a white VGA light on your motherboard, and then the second problem is this is I've only run into this problem once, but I did have to change it. So the top NVMe, which most of the time is the fastest slot that you can put the NVMe in, but again, MSI did a very good job with their motherboards, and you're not getting slower speeds with the bottom NVMe's. It's the exact same thing. So overall, man, beautiful case. I love HYTE. I love the HYTE Y60 case. I personally like the all white one. I don't really care for the one that has this white and then a black interior. I don't think that looks good. I don't understand why people want a white computer and then they use a bunch of black parts in the interior part of the computer. So overall, man, great computer. As you guys can see, minimum FPS at 4K, keep in mind. And then whatever it was for 1440p, I already ended up forgetting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this thing. catch you guys in the next one. Peace.